All right, so we are talking about incorporation, and the question I often get is, should I incorporate? This is probably one of the most popular reasons that clients come to see me, and it's a great question. I hope that by the end of this video, you will feel confident making the right decision about whether incorporating or not is right for your business. So to help explain the importance of this decision, I'm going to tell you about two different client experiences. Now, the first business owner had a small but growing sole proprietorship. They had developed excellent branding and were building great customer loyalty. They were steadily seeing results in their business. Now, after a few internet searches and speaking to some personal acquaintances, they dove into incorporation. They thought it would be the right move that would bring their business to the next level. Now, this didn't end up happening. Before incorporating, their business profits were relatively low, and the additional costs of incorporating along with the annual maintenance fees began to stifle their growing business. Adding to this were the additional administrative tasks that smothered this already overwhelmed business owner. Several years later, they still hadn't found their footing and began the process of returning to a sole proprietorship. A simple structure was the best choice for this business owner, and operating as a sole proprietorship allowed them to course correct and begin the trek back towards profitability. So if this business owner had asked themselves a few questions before deciding to incorporate, they could have saved themselves a lot of money and stress. Let's go through a few of these questions together so you don't make the same mistake. Question number one, will I make more than $80,000 of net income in my business every year? Now, to calculate net income, subtract your estimated revenues from your estimated expenses. Question number two, will I be able to add $30,000 of profit to my business bank account every year, or do I need all of the money for personal use? Question number three, am I a proactive person who plans ahead? Procrastinators benefit less from incorporations because timing is crucial for effective tax planning. Question number four, will I be able to manage the extra administrative requirements and multiple tax deadlines that come with incorporation? Do I feel confident in my organizational skills? Question number five, am I prepared for the additional costs? Annual expenses can range from $2,500 to $5,000. Can my business handle this? So if you answered yes to many of these questions, then incorporating might be a good decision for you. Now, our second business owner also started as a sole proprietorship. Their business began to flourish early on. Excellent branding, a marvelous product, and a focus on their customers' experience helped their business take off. In fact, the business growth was exponential. They needed to expand, but adding more assets to their sole proprietorship was only going to add tax complications down the road. They also wanted to begin building their personal wealth and were looking at investing in real estate and home ownership. They didn't want to put these personal assets at risk while operating a sole proprietorship in an industry that was prone to injuries and lawsuits. Looking ahead, they could see the potential in their business and knew that selling one day for a substantial sum or even franchising might be an option. They decided to incorporate, but the journey wasn't easy. Taking a very successful sole proprietorship into a corporate structure and extra valuation costs and tax rollover procedures that added thousands of extra dollars in accounting fees and legal costs. Now, this process slowed things down. The extra costs and delayed expansion did mean that their business stumbled in the first few years after incorporating. Luckily, it didn't last long, and incorporating meant access to extra funding and financial reporting options that allowed them to thrive. By incorporating early, they could have saved themselves money and stress in the long run. When starting a business, a few extra questions that you're going to want to ask yourself include: question number one, do I anticipate selling this business in the future for a substantial sum? Will I want to use the lifetime capital gains exemption? Question number two, do I have personal assets like retirement savings or real estate that I want to protect from liability and lawsuits? Is liability a concern in this business, and will insurance not be enough? Question number three, do I anticipate exponential growth because I'm going to focus on branding and marketing? Question number four, will I need to make significant investments into equipment, machinery, or leasehold improvements? Question number five, will I need to access financing now or down the road? Will I need formal financial statements to facilitate this? If you answered yes to many of these questions, then incorporating might be the right decision for you. I hope these examples have illustrated that incorporation is a complex decision and isn't right for many business owners, but it can be a crucial tool to help others grow. Before making a decision, I would encourage you to rewatch this video And take a look at our incorporation handout available on our website to help you make the best business decision. Now, there are 2 additional complexities on this topic that I cover in other videos. The first is real estate rental properties held in a corporation that can have a big tax surprise to many investors that you'll want to know about. The second is something called a personal services business, which is really important for subcontractors to understand. If you think that either of these will apply to you, please check out our other videos before making an incorporation decision. Now, I hope this video has helped provide you insight into whether incorporation is the right decision for your business. That's all I have for today on incorporations. Bye for now.